Okay, so what I also want to do is this, right? So there's one sphere coming in, but for every instance, I want to change the source. For example, one is going to be sphere, and another one is going to be platonic solid, and I'm going to call this tetrahedron, maybe. There you go. And obviously, this is no good to us, so I need to put in a poly bevel. And I'll put in 0.4, maybe too much. 0.04, yeah. And subdivide this. Subdivide this by like 2 or something, so it looks like that. In fact, I think it's too sharp, so let me bring this down. Yeah. Divisions of 2. Okay. That looks okay to me. Alright, and I'm going to just copy this again. And this time, this one will be a cube. Okay, like that. Something like that, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a switch here and connect these. And I'm going to say random at frame. And I'm also going to say fit that number, then what we are getting between 0 and 2. Because the first input here on the switch is 0, 1, and 2. Okay? So, depending on which frame it is, it'll just choose one of these. Okay? But I also want to make sure that all of these 3 are the same size. Okay? Now, you can see that if I move to the front, or, yeah. So this is sphere, cube, and our triangle. Triangle looks a little bit big, so I'm just going to bring this down, triangle, a little bit down. So let's see, 0.8. Yeah, that looks pretty close to each other, I think. It looks like a cube is actually big. Alright, so let me bring that down a little bit. Yeah, okay, so that is okay. Maybe I should just get rid of that, all of them, remember to default. I'll change them all, and then I'll put in a match size here to match them all to 1, okay? Scale to fit. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so all of them are fit to match, okay? Is that actually right? Yeah, that's right. Although it's a little bit weird, but that's okay. Now, basically, all of them have a similar size. That's the idea behind it. Now, what is going to happen is that it's going to pick up our different sources that are coming in at different point. Okay. Again, you can see that it's definitely picking that up. Okay. I think the triangle looks a little bit too sharp for my taste. So what I'm going to do is, where is it? Here. Okay. I'm going to give it a 0.4. Yeah, I think that is okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. So now, if I go to match size, yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So let's run it again. Well, where are you? Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about now. Okay, I just ran about 40 frames. Let's check it out. Okay, you can see the first one is your triangle thing, and then the second one is a sphere. Okay, third one is triangle as well, but it'll pick up box at some point or cube at some point. But it's working. That's the bottom line. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So we've managed to set them all up in single dot network, single solver, and multiple sources, multiple instances, all set up for us. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is not very good. Okay, the amount of hair that is on this is not very good. Basically, we need a lot more for it to look good in the render. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to bring in DOP import fields node. Okay, and let's call the DOP network. Then let's go in and pick up the Vellum node. So now, if we'll click the plus sign here, you'll get that. All right, that's good. Well, you can get both geometry or constraint geometry that way. Okay. You can bring in both. So you can add another one and call this geometry. Okay, so both of them are coming in, but we don't need constraint geometry, so I'm just going to call it geometry. All right. What we want to do though is delete just the soft body to the hair. Okay, we need to separate them out. So let me see. Okay, points. Delete not selected. So this will be our soft body. I'll call it null out SP, and we're going to put in another one on this side, and this one will be delete selected, and this will be our hair. Okay. So what I normally do is use a hair generate node and generate more hair using these as the guides. Okay, more hair or more fur. So what is this? The first one is the rest skin. Okay, so that'll be this one, wouldn't it? And that'll be the rest we need. So we need a rest node, which is the rest position. Okay, what we're getting in here is the deforming input, and I need a time shift here, and I'll time shift it to the 13th frame because that is the first frame that we are seeing the soft body. Okay, not connected to the rest position here. Okay, the next one is our guides. Guides is the hair, and the third one is the animated skin, which is this one up here. Okay, so we got these right here. So it's throwing an error. What does it say here? It says guide input has neither a rest point or a rest root attribute. Okay, so what we need to do is put in a guide skin attribute lookup. So what is this? This is the guide skin attribute, and then there is the skin. Okay, there you go. So now it has come up with some bizarre stuff in there. Okay, and that's because on this one we need to give it rest guides. Okay, so let's put in a similar thing about here. So rest node, and connect that. Quickly, you're getting a lot of, we're having a lot of nodes here. And then time shift. Okay, connect that and connect this here, and this time shift will be the same as this one. Delete channels and paste relative references. Now we can see that looks pretty good. Alright, so we got that. But this normally works just for one here input, okay? Not for multiple ones, because you'll see the next one will go bizarre. It's just not working, as you can see. Okay, so how do you solve that? Before I solve that, I'll just talk to you about this thing here. It's looking kind of ugly, you know. So how do we solve that? After guide skin attribute lookup, I'm going to put in a guide. Any one of them would be fine, like, you know, left or whatever. And I suppose it doesn't matter. So we need skin in the second input here. Okay, so there you go. I'm just going to call this length. Okay, and I'm going to say operation is set length, and suddenly it looks much better. Okay, you can randomize it if you like, blend fully or whatever, but then you can set the length to exactly match this length here. Okay, so that is that, and then you can also set the length up here, so you can move this along, which basically means that if you set the length, copy this parameter and paste relative references here, it'll be the same. Okay, so you increase this, everything goes up like normally, and then you can randomize it if you like a little bit. It's up to you, alright? But anyway, I'm just going to leave it at point, 1.5. Randomize a little bit. Okay, so that is looking good now. Okay, but the next problem still exists, which is the problem with what's with the rest of the things. Because if you look up here now, let me template this. Actually, the second sphere has started coming in, or the soft body has started coming in, but we can't see that here. And that's because this time shift is only looking at 13, up to 13. Okay, and that means up to 13, there's only one. But if you set this to $RF end, what will happen is it's going to have to go through the entire simulation, and it will find all of the soft bodies and generate hair for them. Okay, so I'm going to just cancel that, and I'm going to put in 40 for now, because we've got it up to 40. Got up to 40 here. Okay, so let's see if that worked for the second one. There you go. As you can see, the second one is coming in nice and fine. Okay, beautiful. Alright, that looks pretty good to me, if you ask me. Anyway. And now let's merge this. Actually, where is this? Yeah. Merge these two so we can visualize the entirety of the thing. Okay. So maybe I should change this display background to dark so you can see better. Yeah, okay. That looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the length here a little bit more. Forget about randomize. Okay, 25. So it's got a lot more. What it's doing is it's just sitting there acting like it's not part of the guides. Okay, and that's because if you go into here, let me save this. Sometimes it crashes. Okay, in hair generation, you need to look. You need to check this compute weights using skin coordinates. Okay, and now you see everything is behaving as they should. Okay, so maybe I should adjust this length a little bit more. It's ridiculous. 0.2. Yeah, I think that is pretty good. And you can see The fourth one do not have any here at all, or fur at all. That's because of the time shift here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this to 120, and I'll come back.